The Babes Assault incident has again thrust domestic violence and gender-based abuse into the spotlight. The Not in My Name campaign has condemned Mampintsha's actions. The movement Secretary General Themba Masango joins me now from our Pretoria studios. Themba, good to speak with you. I want to start first before we go into the Wodumo issue. Let's talk about the Not in My Name campaign, something that was initiated by men. Is it growing? Are men actually coming on board and joining your initiative?
Thank you so much for having me, my brother, and a real pleasure to be on your show once again. Definitely, Not in My Name SA is now officially the fastest growing civil movement in South Africa with a national footprint. Fortunately, now we have a footprint in every single province, bar the Northern Cape, which we're hoping to be launching over into August this year. We've been making strides, but I must say that it is coming in very slowly because, you know, this misogynistic culture of abuse and, you know, the patriarchy that we come from as a nation is really rooted in a lot of our men in the country. And it takes time for us to actually instill a different mindset, to change the perpetrator's mindset and to, you know, influence the next coming generation to be men who know that they did not need to be violent to prove their masculinity, and to understand that in this day and age, being violent and abusive does not necessarily make you a man. Yes, you are a male, but a man is more about the character of what the person possesses.
That's very true. Very true, Themba. Sorry, Themba, you also mentioned something that's interesting there. You spoke about a generational issue or generations. Just a quick one from me. Do you find is there a generation gap with the men that are actually want to be involved in your movement? Out of interest sake, is it younger men? Is it older men?
Right. Most of the men that are actually being involved in our movement right now are the younger guys. We are very strong in your schools, high schools, and varsity areas. The older generation is coming in, trickling in very slowly compared to the younger guys. And I'm hoping that this weekend we'll be actually having a men's conference out in Mamelodi, and we're inviting all men to come through of all ages, you know, from 16 right through to your elders, to come through and let us thresh these issues out and let us discuss what is manhood and where we're going as men. Because you'll remember that even Thomas Sankara told us that, you know, a country that is not having women emancipated cannot clearly say that they are a free nation.
That's very true.
A nation that cannot take care of...
Sorry, Themba, let's move on to the Babes Wodumo issue. You're 100% correct there about that Sankara quote. Your statement on it, and just even on a personal level, when you first saw that video, as a person who was a founder of Not in My Name, which is men getting together and saying we do not want this to happen in our name. What were your thoughts?
Well, I saw the video, and I was not surprised, because you'll remember that when the incidents first happened last year and the news broke that Mampintsha is allegedly abusing babes and so on, we were the first guys who actually you know, put babes in a protective hotel out here in Joburg. We were the ones who were actually watching her and guarding her because she felt that she was unsafe, together with Maschava, who actually broke the story on her radio show. And we stepped in to say, listen guys, we're here just to make sure that you guys are safe, because it was a volatile time and situation for them. And I actually sat down with babes, with the president of Not in My Name SA and the deputy president, and we actually spoke about this issue, to say that an abuser does not stop because it's a person who has lost a sense of their own masculinity, and an abuser will only feed off of your insecurities at times. The best thing to do, and as hard as it is to separate and to move away from this person permanently.
Now, Temba, at that point, sorry,
yeah.
Temba, at that point when you sat down with her and you spoke with her, what was her reaction? Why did she not want to actually expose Mampintsha?
Look, at the time, she said no, she will do it and so on. But we must also put ourselves in Babe's shoes. She's been dating this guy since she was 15. And the culture that they both have been living in has been oncoming for many years. So we can't put a blame to her to say, just get up and go. It's not as easy as we want to, put it out there and say it. It's easier said than it is done. So we were willing to help her to go through that process. Unfortunately, things got muddied, the water got muddied there, and we didn't want to come across as people who were trying to force her hand into a situation.
Have you been in contact with her?
Came out, it was like, hey.
Have you been in contact?
No, we have not been in contact with her. We have not been in contact with her, unfortunately, at this point. The only people that we have been trying to be in contact with are the police to make sure that Mampintsha does get arrested. There is live evidence there, and then we are calling on Babes to come out and actually, go to the police station, make a statement, so that the case can actually, obviously be ensued against this guy. Furthermore, what I want to actually stress is that the entertainment industry needs to stand up. Radio shows must stop playing his music. TV shows must stop playing his videos. The entertainment industry must stand up, rally behind Babes, because there are many other women that I can tell you now, my brother, that are facing similar issues through managers and producers, through guys that are watching their careers and who are in a very abusive relationships and are finding it difficult to come out.
All right.
So if the industry itself can come up and stand behind her, I'm sure we'll get somewhere.
Interesting words. Thank you so much there to Temba Masango, who is one of the founders of the Not In My Name movement, talking to us there from our Pretoria studios. And it's true, if there can be a boycott on R. Kelly music, same thing can happen here. Well.